Cross-country skiing is really taking off in all Australian alpine areas. It combines the best of breathtaking winter scenery with the pioneering spirit so familiar to bushwalkers and adds the thrill and adventure that has addicted ski enthusiasts for years. Cross-country is quite a bit cheaper than downhill skiing. There are no tows or chairlifts. That's because the person who takes you to the top of the world is you. Young and old can all live the adventure. It's a sport the whole family can share. Even those too young to walk can still ski in style and comfort. It's a chance to get off the beaten track, to discover areas most people never see. But like all great adventures, it can be dangerous if you don't play by the rules. Good maps are available for all alpine areas, and many well-marked trails crisscross our mountains. These are patrolled by people like Bev Lawrence. Bev's job is to ensure the safety of the cross-country skier with help and advice when it's needed.
Heading out with inadequate clothing is probably one of the major problems.
Wearing the right gear is essential for cross-country skiers. Choose pants, shirts and jumpers that will retain heat and cover up with a waterproof outer layer. Then top it off with a hat, gloves and sunglasses.
If it's a fine sunny day, you can certainly take your parka or your hat off, carry it with you, but you should always wear your gloves. The snow's really abrasive, and if you fall, you'll scrape your hands up and you can get them quite nastily infected.
But there's always someone who needs to be told.
Wearing jeans isn't the safest thing to wear when you're out skiing. If you fall down, you'll get very wet and cold, and they don't insulate your legs at all. And it's a very good idea to wear gloves all the time. The snow's really abrasive, and if you fall over, you can get nasty cuts.
How's it in the toe there? Not pushing on the front?
No, it's good.
That's good.
There are cross-country ski hire shops at all the major resorts. They rent out the right equipment for your skill level and for the type of country you'll be skiing over.
No, that's fine.
They have first-hand knowledge of the local weather and safety conditions.
Just hold your hand up in the air.
They can also give you a let someone know before you go form. You should fill this out and leave it with a reliable friend or relative either at home or at the lodge. This is vital whether you intend touring for several days or simply skiing a trail for a few hours. In an emergency, it may mean the difference between life and death.
Thanks.
One of the first things to consider when you're planning your ski trip is the remoteness of the country. Get hold of a good map of the area you're planning to ski and know how to read it. Also know how to use a compass, which is an indispensable part of your equipment.
It's always best to ski on the trails, stay with the marked trails, because you could get lost. You're further away from civilisation than your downhill skiers. You're skied up here, you're out there, just short of that intersection. You're just behind you. Okay, so I'll give you that, you can take it with you.
Great, thanks very much.
Great.
The minimum safe number to ski together is 4. If one is injured, this allows one to stay with that person while the other two can go for help. As with most things, you get more enjoyment out of it if you know what you're doing. The skills of cross-country skiing are not hard to learn. They're more an adaptation of running and walking we do every day, and the lessons are as much fun as they are helpful.
Gotta wipe the Galani, Knees and ankles will be bent. See that? Do it there where you're standing. Bend your knees and ankles. Okay. Your body's still fairly upright. And then you slide down the hill.
look silly playing football on skis, but it's teaching coordination and balance. For safety's sake, every skier who takes off cross-country should leave prepared to spend a night in the snow if necessary. A lightweight backpack can easily hold emergency supplies, which will make all the difference if you become lost or injured. And don't forget this one. Once you're on the trail, it's time to relax and enjoy all that nature has to offer.
There's a skier courtesy code that applies to cross-country that if people follow, it makes it more enjoyable for everyone. Just ski on the left of the track. Don't stop on blind corners, and pretty important, don't walk in the trail. You leave great big footmarks. If you have to walk somewhere along a cross-country trail, always walk out on one side.
Never ski to the point of exhaustion. Always leave yourself plenty of time and energy for the home trail. Take a break for a snack or a drink and look at the scenery.
It's always good to take chocolate bars and something to drink. You get very thirsty skiing, and just carry a lunch pack and a few munchy bars in your pocket. Keep the energy up all the time. It's a pretty strenuous sort of sport, and beginners are new to this. They're putting a lot of energy into it, and to have something to munch along the way will make them enjoy it far more.
And keep an eye on the weather. In the mountains, it can be extremely changeable, and a blizzard or snowstorm can transform the countryside in a second, making it all too easy to lose your bearings and get separated from your group. If whistling and calling doesn't bring any help, don't make things worse by pushing on. Stop, look for a sheltered spot nearby, and dig a snow cave with your skis.
What about we settle in here, eh?
It's imperative that you get out of the wind and snow. Otherwise, your body temperature will drop to a dangerous low level, called hypothermia. When your snow cave is deep enough, lay some skis or underbrush across the floor to sit on. This will provide some insulation from the freezing snow. Leave your ski poles upright in the snow as a signpost. Rug up and wait for your rescuers. Because you've remembered to let someone know your plans, help will be on the way by next morning, and your backpack full of emergency supplies should get you through the night with a minimum of discomfort.
I was wondering if you could help me. I'd like to report an accident, please.
Okay. What's the nature of injury here?
I think it's a knee injury.
All right. And whereabouts was that?
We're out on the ridge going out to Mount Lockett, somewhere past Mary Slide.
If one of your group is injured, cross your skis nearby to warn other skiers and show the ski patrol where you are. Keep the injured person warm, calm and as comfortable as possible. It's usually best not to move them.
Well, if you just stay with us, I'll get somebody out there. Patrol base to Tom Pelly.
Once the alarm has been raised by a member of your party, the ski patrol will get to you with all possible speed.
hand. You lift it? Yeah, right, okay. Just put it down to your level. Right. And what we're going to do is we'll put the air spin on it, support it while we across. That's it, so nice and easy. Alright. Careful that leg.
Providing you are well prepared and are familiar with the basic safety rules, emergencies are an exception rather than the rule. Once you're on top of the world, there's almost no limit to where you can go and what you can see. The different skiing techniques are easily mastered with practice. Each will enable you to conquer different types of terrain with ease, and as your experience grows, so will your enjoyment.
Better once you know how to do it properly. It's real good.
Cross country is a lot better because you see a lot more scenery and that.
No, yeah, I like it a lot. It's good. It's easy after a while.
Well, I think that cross country is a bit easier because downhill, take too many stacks.
Yeah, I enjoyed it and I'd like to do it more because it's a lot of fun. You get to go up hills and you get to go down hills and get to get a fair bit of speed.
Ski touring for several days can take you into the wilderness on the greatest of cross-country adventures. However, a hard day skiing, followed by a night under canvas in the snow, is not for the unfit or the inexperienced, and must be carefully planned.
Make sure that you leave really good details of where you're going, who you're going with. That's the first thing you should do. And then make sure you're fully kitted out with tents, sleeping bags, good warm gear, plenty of food, maps, compasses, know where you're going.
Right, I reckon we're about here, and up there is probably that corner there. Do you reckon then we'll just got to stay at the same level until we get up to here, and then we should just about be there?
Make sure you've got the appropriate skis. Don't ski out on an area that may become icy with non-metal edge skis. Make sure equipment has been checked that it's not going to break down. Make sure you've got safety straps on your skis if you lose a ski over an edge, if you long walk out to get it. Again, watch the weather. Try and get a forecast before you go. And don't push on too far if the weather starts to close in. Stop early. It's a far safer thing to do. Don't necessarily look for a hut. Take a tent with you.
And if you have the urge for a further challenge, there is always the excitement of pitting yourself not only against nature, but your fellow skiers as well. Australia's alpine country has as much to offer the cross-country enthusiast as anywhere in the world. It takes little time or extra effort to follow the basic rules of safety and preparation. Dress in clothing that will keep you warm and dry. And remember, hats, gloves, sunglasses are essential. Make sure your skis, bindings and poles fit and operate correctly, and that you have a backpack containing necessary supplies for an emergency. Take lessons if you've never skied before. Ski with at least 4 people in your party, because if one member is injured, one should remain and the other 2 go for help. Let someone know before you go. This is the most important single thing to remember. It could save your life in a crisis. Don't overtax yourself skiing and keep an eye on weather conditions. If you become lost, stop and dig yourself in. Keep warm and wait for help to arrive. And after that, enjoy. If you're prepared for the high country in winter, the sky's the limit.